Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, North Metro. I'm Reverend Michael Torphy.
I'm Reverend Valerie Torphy.
I'm Sheila Pawson.
And I'm Greg Pawson. We do the broadcast production.
I'm Dr. Ernestina Garcia, and I do the readings.
I'm Paul Lancetal, your musical spiriteer for today's service.
Yes. So let's get going with the, let's say hello, everyone. Everybody doing good?
Doing well.
All right, let's start with the evocation. So if you would join me by going within, taking a deep cleansing breath, letting it out, and knowing the truth of all life, that there's only one life, eternal, ever giving, ever creating, ever so loving, perfection through all its creation. And so knowing this, I can bless this service, knowing each one of us that have tuned in today and all those that tune in later are having something magnificent taking place just by saying yes to this word. And the word carries with it the power to transform, to transcend, to love, to bring up in a higher realm, to live the life that we're meant to live, perfect, whole, and complete. So I give thanks for this time together, sharing. I'm so grateful, so very grateful. And so I just simply say, and so it is.
So it is.
So
Yeah.
Paul Lancetal.
No.
I think we do
How do you heal the pain of a broken heart when the world outside is falling apart? How do you keep from drowning in a river of tears? Keep the faith through the years. All we can do is pray that love will find a way through the darkest times. Oh, shine, shine, shine down on all mankind. One little world is all we are. Brothers and sisters of a shining star. Let us come together for the highest good and overcome evil that will never be understood. All we can do is pray that love will find a way through the darkest times. Oh, shine, shine, shine down on all mankind. Calling all angels, come here tonight. For all the lost souls seeking the light, we'll hold a candlelight vigil for the ones that are gone. All those innocent faces left us to carry on. All we can do is pray that love finding a way through the darkest times. Oh, shine, shine, shine down on all mankind. Shine, shine, shine down on all.
That's really beautiful.
That was really appropriate song. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I got the ball rolling in a funny way today.
Yeah.
I think
Um,
we were meant to hear you sing at that point.
that was awesome.
Yeah.
I forgot to put up the Our Purpose, so I'll do that now.
Okay, thank you.
Here it is.
The purpose of our spiritual community is to be a spiritual community, to be supportive to all those who are seeking support, to practice and live unconditional love, to be non-judgmental and forgiving, to embrace oneness, to join all others who want to co-create a world that works for everyone, all cultures, all races, all sexual orientations, and all life. And together we say, and so it is. Yay. So like us and check in on Facebook at CSL North Metro. You can check out our website. That's where you would check in. Oh, Facebook. All right. Taking a deep breath and starting over. Check out our website at cslnorthmetro.org. You can go to contact us to add yourself to the email list. You can go to prayer request and request prayer, and we'll pray for your request all week. But also, our dear friend Stephen Anthony writes prayers and affirmations for us every single week. And so there's always several affirmations and several weeks of prayers up there. So, you know, if you're just feeling down, you can just go to our website and you can just read those prayers and take them in, and read those affirmations and take them in. I promise it'll make your day better. So there's much more information on our website, so we invite you to check it out. Today's title is Dark and Light, and you've already had the pleasure of hearing our wonderful guest artist today, Paul Lansettle. And a reading today is from The Gesture of Balance, which we're going to hear Dr. Ernestina do just in a bit. Did I invite him to donate? Okay, so, you know, it takes money to do this thing. And so if it's meaningful to you and you get something from it, we invite you to go to our website, cslnorthmetro.org. Just a little way down the front page, there's lots of ways to donate there. So we just really deeply appreciate your donations, and thank you so much. Now, I think we're ready for some more music.
Okay, Paul Anson.
Yeah.
That's you. Oh,
That's me.
what a coincidence.
Indestructible me.
Yes, that's right.
I'm going to find what's never been lost. Indestructible me. Water wets it not. Fire burns it not. Wind blows it not away. When I name it, I can't find it. When I find it, I can't name it. I am beyond imagination. I am the point of departure into eternal now. For every minute has infinity in it. Time goes fast. and looking at the past. Time goes slow, waiting for tomorrow. Time goes still while watching it go by. I'm living in a split second, a half a second to the future and a half of a second from the past. I am going where I've always been, and I am right on time. I thank me. I thank me. I call on me, for I have a friend in me. I have a friend in me. I have a friend in me.
That was amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I hear something different every time, it seems like. I enjoyed it.
That
Thank
was
you.
beautiful. Thank you.
All right, we've got some business to take care of, and we'll be back to you.
Time for
Dr.
Yeah.
Ernestina.
Dr. Ernestina.
There she is with her skeleton earrings.
Well, hello, everyone. Before I get started with the reading and affirmations, I want to wish everyone who celebrates Feliz Dia de los Muertos, and translation, that is Happy Day of the Dead. And I want to thank Paul for his music, because it reminded me that as I put up altars for loved ones that have already transitioned, I light candles. And I remember the love that I had for them and the love that they have for me. So what a beautiful way to start services. Okay, now I need to get back on task. Reading and affirmations for Sunday, November 2nd, 2025. But I guess you can't ever stop talking about love, because these are written for us with love by Stephen Anthony. Okay, please repeat after me. I am happy and full of gratitude for all I have right now.
I am happy and full of gratitude for all I have right now.
The flow of good washes over every aspect of my life.
The flow of good washes over every aspect of my life.
I live fully in the world of God's consciousness and expression.
I live fully in the world of God's consciousness and expression.
The divine presence lights up everywhere I am.
The divine presence lights up everywhere I am.
With each new day, I open to a greater expression of spirit as my being.
With each new day, I open to a greater expression of spirit as my being.
And together we say, and so it is. Okay. Well, as Reverend Valerie said, the reading is from the book Gesture of Balance by Tarthang Tulku. As we investigate the mind more deeply, we discover that mind itself has no substance. It has no color and no shape, no form, no position, no characteristics, no beginning, and no end. It is neither within nor without, and thus it cannot be pinpointed as this or that. It is not mixed together with other things, yet it is not separate from them. The mind cannot be invented, destroyed, rejected, or accepted. It is beyond reasoning and logical processes, beyond ordinary time and all existence. As we practice meditation, we begin to recognize the tremendous activity which goes on in the mind. We can begin to work with particular thoughts and problems. And as we go through the process of confronting, accepting, suppressing, or changing these, we can gain an understanding about the mind and the way it works. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I was wondering if you were going to show up. Okay, you're welcome.
So now we'll turn to Paul.
Wow. Yes.
See you later. You want any good jokes?
I think I'm ready for Paul. Didn't I do that? All the stuff I was supposed to do?
Yep.
Okay.
Good morning, sunshine. Daybreak, just in time. My heart knows how to change my mind. I surrender without a fight. Today's revelation will be my celebration. Run, spirit, run through my imagination. Yin and yang, dark and light, opposites unite. Creation lives inside of me with any possibility. I'm praying attention. I clear the way. Set my intention by the light of day. For now is the turning point. I'll take a spin. I feel the change coming when I begin. Yin and yang, dark and light, opposites unite. Creation lives inside of me with any possibility. Flash of light, quick insight comes over me. I take a step, walk on faith into uncertainty. Yin and yang, dark and light, opposites unite. Creation lives inside of me with any possibility. Any possibility.
Yay.
I especially like when you're praying attention.
Yeah.
I love praying attention. That's awesome.
Thank you, Paul.
Sure.
We do appreciate you. What a wonderful day. I'm just so blue right now. Full of blueness. Blue and ski. Blue favors. Blue dreams. Hard to get started. We were up late last night. I kept my poor wife up. What'd you stay up for?
It's like, didn't want you to be sitting down here by yourself watching the game.
Is she wonderful? She's really not a baseball fan. But I am. Anyway, where am I? Oh yeah. I was thinking about this, that there are moments in time when individuals experience unwanted experience, unasked for. It just happens. And it's so big that it lasts all your life. But in a moment, it changes something in you. I call these times defining moments, because what happens when you have an experience that you didn't invite takes place, then something gets redefined in your consciousness because it hits you unexpectedly. You didn't have a chance to think about it, to do something about it. You're just in it. These experiences make life changing choices. They make us experience from ourselves to make a choice, whether it's good or bad or indifferent. We feel like we have to make a choice. Sometimes the moments just happen. There's an illusion that there is no choice, but that's an impossibility in God, because in God there's infinite choice. We have a little bit hard time thinking of 1 and 2 when we're in those moments, but they're there. It's inviting us to change in some way. Every single time a defining moment occurs, we either go through them consciously or unconsciously. And those are choices. Every single time we have those two choices, guaranteed.
One of the things that I thought of just right when you said that was like when somebody cuts us off in traffic and we have the option to just bless them and let it be, or do what some people do and decide, oh, I'm going to go cut him off. Zoom out. I've seen people do this. Somebody cut somebody off, and so they zoom up front and they cut that person off. And I'm thinking, well, that could go on infinitely.
They got another choice too. They can bang the steering wheel and start cussing them, yelling out the window. I've had a few of those in my lifetime.
And so, how does that make anything any better? Now you got a whole bunch of upset people
running around causing problems. So what was I? Oh, redefining moments. So we can deal with them consciously or unconsciously.
Mm-hmm.
If we're conscious, meaning we're spiritually awake and aware, we're always at choice. And the choice is always for our highest good. If we're not conscious, most likely we'll feel like a victim when something unpleasant happens. When something really good happens, we have thoughts like, oh, it's a miracle. And really, it's just the isness and allness of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Neither is true. They are simply experiences that we desire, that we've unconsciously and consciously called forth to change, to be something different.
Well, talk a little bit more about unconsciously and consciously.
Well, unconsciously, like I said earlier, you feel like you're a victim and you can't do anything. You feel trapped. Something of monumental monumental happening calls you, and we can just get numb.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard to think because we're so overwhelmed by whatever the experience was.
Or you can just be kind of zoning out and working through your life. I can think of times where I was pretty unhappy with what I was doing and I hadn't made the change yet, and I hadn't decided to make a change yet, and I didn't know if I was going to decide to make a change yet. And you can just really get stuck in the ick of it. It's so much better to make a decision and have it be the wrong decision and have to go back and do something than just stay in the I don't like it and I don't know what I'm going to do about it. And in the blandness, the blah of it.
Yeah. So, what takes place in these moments consciously could be called a spiritual expansion, a spiritual growth, a spiritual revelation, whatever you call it. They're always for your highest good. And sometimes that's hard to believe. It's difficult when you're going through something that really bothers you or really hurts you or causes you pain. It's hard to just say, "Oh, it's only experience. I can live with it." But you can't. But you can realize who you are and what you are, and feel whatever you're feeling, and know that time heals, and outside influences can change your direction or your pain. It's all the greater possibility of living a life with a spiritual value. So when we're aware of our own spiritual nature, then when you go through an experience, you go from the dark to the light. Sometimes the light to the dark, because sometimes you could be having a great day and something hits you and all of a sudden you're in the darkness. That's life, ups and downs, back and forward. It's always this duality that as humans we have to deal with. But in the spiritual nature, there's no such thing as duality. It's all good all the time. So how does that work? I'm going to give you a couple of examples from my life. And I'm going to use baseball as
Imagine that.
I'm just so thrilled. I was very young, 7, 8 years old, when I was out with my mom and my younger brother, and I saw this drinking fountain. And I may have told this story before, but it gives I'm telling it for the example of the point I'm trying to make. So I see this fountain. I go over there and it says colored. I'm like, oh, right, colored water. I wonder what color it's going to be. Of course, it didn't turn any color. And this big, huge guy comes over and starts like needling me and saying, what's wrong with me? Can't you read? No, I guess I can't. And just yelling and screaming at me. And my mom, all 5'2", comes over and gets in between us and starts using language I've never heard in my life before. I mean, Mom, what are you saying? I'd be in trouble and have to stay in the house for the rest of my life if I use those words. But anyway, I felt bad and hurt because I didn't know what was going on. So I go home and my dad was watching a ball game. And I can remember it was the Milwaukee Braves and the Dodgers. And I told him what happened to me. And he explained to me that there's this thing called racism in the world. And it's really unhealthy, it's mean, and it has no place in any of our lives. And I just felt like, well, what can I do about it? And he said, well, you see that team there? They have an African-American gentleman playing. His name is Jackie Robinson. And you can pray for him that he doesn't get hurt or he stays safe, and know that the Dodgers hired him to do what he loves to do. And they were the only team that had an African-American ball player. So I adopted the Dodgers. And I went from the darkness of the experience I had to the revelation that I have a ball team now. Now, I was raised and I went to over 100 grammar schools. And that's a lot of checking in and out.
I can't even imagine that.
I was in one place no longer than 2 or 3 weeks because my dad was performing at nightclubs with his band and the comedy routines. So for me, they didn't need to have a city. And they brought so much light to my life, just rooting for them, because I felt like I was rooting for people that were treated mean. And my heart really did hurt when I found out that people are treated like they're treated just because of the color of their skin. And there's so many other bad things people treat badly for, but I'm going to get into that. So here I am. My dad quit the band. They weren't getting booked much anymore, and he was in Florida. And my mother had sent us to Florida to be with him, and he worked on a movie, and the director said, "You should go to LA because you could work a lot." So we packed up, I feel like the Beverly Hills. Packed up. So, and we moved to LA. That same year, the Dodgers moved to LA too. And it was they moved from New York to LA, and I was like, that's because of me.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah. And it's been a wonderful experience to see how just loving something as much as I do the Dodgers really brings you so much joy. And there's been hurt too. They've lost some World Series, and that's okay because the ones that they played, they've won, and they've brightened up my life. And man, was I happy when it happened last night. I just can't get over it. It was something else. Do you have anything to say? I'm getting caught up with the Dodgers here.
Well, I have a quote I'd like to share, and maybe that will bring some stuff up for us to talk about. This is kind of a long quote, but when I usually get I can't remember the guy that wrote it. I'll think of it. And you can get it on the Science of Mind Archives website. He went through the writings of Ernest Holmes, and for words like light and dark and on and on and on, pages and pages and pages, you can look up the word, and he lists all the places where Ernest Holmes has it. And so when I looked up our title, I only found one place. And I just really think this is an amazing quote. There are two fundamental truths we cannot get away from. There is nothing in the universe but action and reaction, and the polarity between these two. The action is the spontaneous combustion of an infinite personalness which we do not, comprehend, a personalness which we do not comprehend, so we call God. The reaction is law, and there is not anything else because all relationships and all creation are as established by the polarity between the two.
So what does that mean to you?
Action and reaction. And so I think that's what we've been talking about today. There's an action and there's a reaction, and we have the choice of what kind of reaction we're going to have about it. And so we can have ourselves, something can happen. It could be a little thing like rain or like hail or like I didn't want this to happen, or my spouse said something that made me mad. On and on and on. We have things happen all day, every day, that we have the choice of, am I going to let this upset me? Or am I going to blow it up? Just like we talked about in the car thing. It's like, well, stuff happens, and are we going to react about it, or are we not going to react about it? And so, it's like I'm standing behind somebody at the store, and the person's giving the clerk a really hard time for something that didn't have anything to do with her. He's just returning it or not returning it or whatever. And I'm standing there thinking, you're just really unloading on this poor person that didn't do anything to anybody but tried to serve you. And so, usually then when it's my turn, I say, I'm really sorry you had to go through that, and let's have a pleasant time here. And if we start thinking about ourselves and when we act and when we react, and realize if we just took a breath before we reacted, we probably would do something very, very differently. And as we begin to recognize the fact that we're here to grow and we're here to learn and we're here to expand, we wouldn't do very much expanding if every single thing that happened to us in our lives was just lovely and light. We probably wouldn't grow at all. We'd have a lovely life and it'd be very fun and we wouldn't learn anything. And as we begin to realize that there is dark and light and there are actions and reactions and there are things that we say yes to and there are things that had we had a choice, we just said no to. And we get to choose how we're going to be, how we're going to react within ourselves, but mostly how we're going to treat others. And I think of that example of the drinking fountain. I can't imagine the whole thing anyway. It's like, to me, we're all one, regardless of where we were born or what color our skin is because of where we were born or our last name those things are so not important. They're just not, like, they're not who you are. So if we just recognize that right where we are, God is. Right where I am, God is. Right where Michael is, God is. Right where everyone is, God is. And we treated each other and our planet and everyone and everything like that. Wow, what would that be like?
Anyone.
It's like we just won the Dodgers game all the time.
Yeah, that'd be boring. So some may ask, do these defining moments change our personality from what we were when we were born? And that's a great big no. The personality is the personality, and there's nothing like it. Each individual, each one of us, are unique expressions.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing that's been like it. There's
Mhm.
nothing like it. Nothing will ever be like it, because it doesn't ever. Spirit never repeats itself. It just keeps creating more and more and more. God, as each one of us, is like anyone has been, or ever will be. It's just all God. It's all pure spirit. So what are some of the things that can change when you go through an experience? Like what changed in me is I became a baseball fan. And that was big because I really didn't have anything to look towards. And it was big for my age, but now it just happens. So what can change when you go through some experience? Well, our actions can change.
Mm-hmm.
Our thought process can change.
Mm-hmm.
How we see the world can change.
Mm-hmm.
Our relations can change. Our health can change. Our finances, and so on. You could. There's infinite ways that we may experience a change in our life, but again, it's always for the good, for our highest good, because we're on this path towards nirvana, towards absolute oneness with God. We're always one with God, but being undisputedly, that's not a word.
Yeah, it is.
I mispronounced it.
A little bit. And just, well, so you're saying this undisputably. Is that what you said?
Easy for you to say.
Well, so you just can't dispute it, is what you're trying
Right.
to say. It's like, it is what it is.
Yeah. So just think of all those defining moments in your life where something happened and it changed you. I can think of becoming a Catholic. That was a big deal. And I felt, see, my dad was Jewish and my mom was Catholic. So that makes me Jesus, I think, or something like that. And I chose to be a Catholic. I went through training and all the stuff they make you go through to be a Catholic. And we were at a Sunday service the Sunday before I was going to be baptized. And so, you know how Catholics get up, get down, get in knees. It's like you're always moving. And it's good because you'd probably fall asleep if you weren't always moving. So I'm on my knees and I'm just praying, God, show me. I'm feeling so guilty and I'm feeling not picking Jewish. So there you go. That's the half of me. It's a
The
Jewish.
guilt half.
So I'm praying, and the service is going by. People doing all the movements, but I'm just staying there, just saying, show me something. I'm doing the right thing. And it was right before communion. I feel this hand come on my shoulder, and I'm just like, oh, it broke me out of this trance that I was in. And I look up, and there's this guy saying, can you help the altar boys? We're short 2 altar boys. We need somebody to help serve communion. And that was like, ding.
There's the sign.
And I went from darkness to light in a single moment. I'm getting chills thinking about it. And we relive those defining moments over and over again. They remind us of certain things that we were and what we've become. And it's a wonderful thing. That's the dark and the light. There's no difference. When you're blessed with something that challenges you, feel the blessing.
Mm-hmm. Well, on the other side of that, I was probably 7 or 8. We're sitting in the pew in church, and my mother tells me, not only do my 2 brothers watch every single thing I do, but their friend's daughter is mimicking my every move. And so what she was telling me was that this is what I thought, I had to be perfect because I had all these other people watching me, and if I made a mistake, they'd make it too. And so that was defining in my life for a really, really long time. So I didn't take a lot of chances or do things I might fail at because I had to be perfect. And isn't that a sad thing? I mean, it's okay. I got over it, and none of us are perfect anyway, really. Even when we think we have to be and we stop taking chances so that we will be, we're still not perfect because it was not perfect to not take chances. So we just all have those experiences in our lives that are defining moments, and like yours was a more positive one than mine. And we still get to choose who we are. As soon as I become aware of what it was I was doing and why I was doing it, then I could expand my life and be who I came here to be, and not somebody else's idea of what I was supposed to be like.
And that's the possibility, isn't it?
Yeah.
The
Positive
part of it.
part of it.
So yours was as positive as mine was.
It was, and I did eventually figure it out, and I could have done it sooner, but
Yeah.
we always could have. And that's what we're here for, is we go through experiences and we interpret them the way that we interpret them. And sometimes that allows for greater understanding of it as we go on further. And I think that's been defining for you your whole life.
I've been blessed with so many defining moments. It's ridiculous. But it's something I invited in because I always wanted to spiritually grow.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I didn't understand what that meant, I wanted to spiritually grow. And I've been given so many gifts of experiences that I give thanks for it. I mean,
I'm thinking about, I can't remember the name of the book right now, but I had a book, and I think I was in the process of moving or resorting. That book kept ending up on the top of the pile. No matter what I did or how I put things, that book kept ending up on the top of the pile. And finally it's like, I think I'm supposed to read that book. It took me a while to figure out that it just kept being on the top of the pile. I don't know how that happened. I know it was life-changing for me because it was a book that just really allowed people to be who they are and make the mistakes that they are and still be a spiritual person and grow and understand. And I think I really needed that at that time. Like, just so many things that we're told that we believe that are defining moments. Like I can remember my mother saying, God doesn't like divorce. Yikes.
for the rest of your life.
And thankfully we outgrow those things. Hopefully we outgrow those things and have a life beyond those boxes that society invites us to step into and close the lid.
So close your eyes. I'm going to do a little something with you all. So bear with me. And get settled in wherever you're sitting. Get settled in your chair. Uncross your legs, uncross your arms. And just be open. Totally open. And when I say so, when I give the word to follow this direction, don't think about it, just let it happen. Breathe. Let go. Now, I want you to think of a defining moment right now. First one that comes in your mind. That thing that's challenged you. That thing that's uplifted you. That defining moment that changed you. And just give thanks for that change. You wouldn't be who you are if you hadn't had that change. I want you to remember that. I want you to surround yourself with love for having this experience, with thanksgiving for Spirit giving you this experience. And just hold on to it. Because if you come to the meeting afterwards, we will share our what we got from this exercise. So, hanging on to the memory of that experience, we move into knowing the truth of all life, that there's only God and God alone. It can be named so many different things, and it is named so many different things, but there's only one perfect expression of life. That life is my life. That life is each individual who's tuned into this service, those that will tune in later as a recording, and all people on this planet. We're all blessed in some way or another. Some have to see the truth through the conflict, through the pain, through the hurt, but you're still one with God. And so I give thanks for this word spoken through me, knowing that each individual has gotten what they've come here to get, and it's good and very good. So I ask you to join me in surrounding this planet with the power of prayer, knowing that we can make a change. All we need to do is get to 51% to see the change in the world, to rid ourselves of war, of famine, of pain, of all the negative things that are in the world, and live an uplifting spiritual life. And that which we receive, we can give back. And that's our blessings to the world. So knowing this truth is already fulfilling itself in the mind of God, I just release it now. I let it go by all together saying, and so it is. Aho. Ashe. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Woohoo! My message this morning, simple and deep. Wherever you wander, wherever your creed, there's just one thing, baby, comes from above. When push comes to shove, thank God for self-love. Thank God for self-love. Thank God for self-love. Whenever push turns into shove, thank God for self-love. When the troubles get heavy, hope starts to fade, and you just can't continue that old masquerade. Remember, the power comes from above. When push comes to shove, thank God for self-love. Thank God for self-love. Thank God for self-love. So whenever push turns into shove, thank God for self-love. My message this morning is simple and deep. Wherever you wander, whatever your creed, remember the power that comes from above. When push comes to shove, thank God for self-love. Thank God for self-love. Thank God for self-love. So whenever push comes to shove, thank God for self-love. Whenever push turns into shove, thank God for self-love.
Woo! Awesome. I don't think I've heard that one before.
Yeah, that song's called Benediction, and I thought it was appropriate because you're going to say the benediction in a minute here.
Were those his actual words, or did you add some?
Ad-lib.
Ad-lib?
Those, that is a Mose Allison song, and the version that I do is the Van Morrison version of it. I changed the words a little bit because he says, thank him, thank God for self-love. And I just kind of simplified it.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Good.
Thank you.
Yes,
Appropriate. Perfect.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Because in the Christian thing, God is a man. Well, I don't think so, because that's just the, that's just the
Construct.
patriarchal attitude about that. But
It is.
Just think how messed up the world would be if that was true.
yeah, really.
Look at all the wars and everything that men have started.
Yeah. Yeah. Women don't start wars, do they?
Not in general.
What would be the point?
Yeah. Yeah. Good songs, though. Good songs. Yeah.
Yes, I want to talk
Thank
about
you.
the songs either. Also, because the one about a friend in me,
Uh-huh.
and then thank God for self-love. I go through these little things in my head that said, put your Dia de los Muertos things away and just be regular. And I just take a chance more and more in this group, in this place, to be myself and to practice self-love. And I got a friend in me, and your songs were perfect for today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of goes along with the reading that you did about the mind having no substance, and it's consciousness, and it's undefined. It's the indestructible me.
Yeah.
right? And it lives inside of each one of us and
That's
each of
right.
our minds. You know, there's no duplication, and it's all there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just being here, think of all the people that you've affected in some way, either positive or negative. It could be 1 million people or more. We're not
Yeah.
aware of what effect we have on the world until we become aware of who we are, these perfect creations of God.
Mhm. We all have our defining moments that
Mhm.
are unique to us.
Yeah, and I had one today during
Well-
service.
Yeah.
So we'll share what everybody got in that little question when we end this, move to the community.
Okay. You go to fellowship.
Do it in prayer.
Do you want to tell? Of course.
Nobody's on right now to
Yeah.
join us, but we can do it ourselves.
And light and love and peace and harmony and abundance and prosperity and love and love and love. And knowing that that's the truth for all of us, I would let it go. I allow it to be. And so it is.
So it is. So it is.
We'll let you do your thing and we'll stay here.
All right. We'll be right back.
Chairs, because Susan's here and I'm going to mess with my camera. So.
Did you say Susan? Susan's there?
okay.
Yeah, Susan's here. So I'm going to mess with the camera and see if I can't get us all in.
Hi, Susan.
Okay.
Good to see you.
We'll
Good
be,
to hear you.
we'll
that
be,
you're there.
we'll be right back.